What's up, Jabroni Steven here, and welcome back to the channel. Been a long time since I did anything on this wrestling channel, but since the AEW landscape is about to change real soon, in less than a month, everything is going to change. I decided, you know what? I'm still watching AEW. I'm still loving AEW, but I don't really do anything on the wrestling channel anymore. Me and my brother, we did a couple things on here, but I wanted to get back in here and try to occasionally do something fun, put my opinions out there on things. And we're going to be talking about Double or Nothing. And we'll probably be doing a couple videos leading up to AEW Collision. I might do a draft video or things like that just because of how I would split the rosters and things of that nature. But we're going to stick with Double or Nothing for right now. Double or Nothing for me is an interesting card. It's not a bad card. I know some people will say it's a bad card. I don't think it's a bad card. I think it's a card that's just kind of we're kind of like treading water right now, waiting for Collision. And although I know I've for the most part enjoyed most of the Pillar story, I know a lot of people have not enjoyed it, and that's perfectly fine. And although there are matches on this card that I'm not that excited about, and there are matches that should have been on this card that I would have been a lot more excited about. Keith Lee versus Swerve is one of them. Definitely should be one of them on the card. The fact that that's not on the card is kind of garbage. Ricky Starks versus Jay White is another one that I'm just kind of like very, very confused about. Do not at all understand that whole situation, but whatever. We're gonna talk about this card, give you guys my opinions on what I think it's going to happen, why it should happen, and things of that nature. I did have also some like ways I would have booked some things and that I'll kind of dive in there and when we get to that card, but we're gonna go through the whole card and we might even spoil some stuff that's gonna happen on Rampage with a match that I'm pretty sure is gonna be added to the card. Based on something that happened. So we'll get into that as well. So obviously, Double or Nothing, here we go. First card that we're going to talk about is the unsanctioned match between Chris Jericho, Adam Cole. This has been a pretty good build up to me, decently well. Most of Jericho's builds take forever. And I think that this build needs to end here. It needs to just stop here. This should be the end of the feud. But I'm worried that because Jericho lost, that Adam Cole is gonna like lose here because Jericho lost to Roddy. Obviously, we have the whole JAS thing. We have this weird ass Sabu thing, which brings up a whole nother issue with Sabu and his whole past. But Sabu makes no sense. Absolutely no sense. But whatever. So, in my opinion, who should win? It should be Adam Cole, and then he moves on probably towards if Christian wins, maybe there, or maybe we throw him into MJF. My problem with throwing him right into MJF is the fact that Adam Cole's gonna lose that feud, I believe. But nonetheless, Adam Cole should win. I have this weird feeling Jericho's gonna win. Jericho's gonna probably bring some old ECW guy. My brain says RVD, but I think RVD's under a WWE like Legends deal, so it probably won't be him. But my brain definitely says RVD. um, but I want Adam Cole to win. I just think maybe what I would do is the numbers get the best of Sabu and Roderick, whatever, and then Adam Cole, somebody shows up to help Adam Cole to even the odds even better because obviously JAS has 2.0 Hager and also Garcia. So it's four dudes right there. Adam Cole has two guys. That's two guys. If we count Sabu, who's the special enforcer. Now, if Kyle's good to come back, he can come back. They want to get a really cheap pop. RVD shows up and helps out as well because Sabu and RVD have a lot of history and Jericho and RVD have a lot of history, so that could be something. So personally, I would put Adam Cole over that way, kind of have this whole shenanigans, overbooked to hell match, have it fun. I have it open the show, honestly. Probably I either open the show with this or with the battle royale, but I think Maybe the battle royale should open. I don't know, but I would put that. That's how I would book it. Adam Cole wins. We move on from there. We then get to Jade Cargill versus Taya Valkyrie. Now, this is another feud that's kind of just all the levels of confusing because Taya have they've been trying with this story. This story has a story. It's built. It's Jade's best feud since who knows forever. Taya should not be the person that beat Jade, but Jade needs to get off this title and put into the main event picture. Maybe they're not going to do that because they are doing the split, and obviously they want Jade to help sell numbers. But maybe Jade beats her in what's I think is going to be a pretty good match because of the fact that their first match was really good, except for the ending of that match, which was kind of botched. But they had really good chemistry. I think that what everybody wants is Chris Statlander to come and take the title off of Jade. I personally want that as well, but if we're not doing that, I would have pivoted towards Sky Blue. I think I would have pivoted towards that not homegrown, but like, scrappy underdog, been here for a while, busting her ass, doing everything. So I'm gonna assume that's what they're gonna go for. I think Jade's about to get 60, or maybe she already has 60. So I'm gonna say Jade wins. Then what do you do with Taya? I don't know what you do with her. But you put the title on her. Are there enough heels in the mid card to do this feud for Taya to like be fighting? I don't know. I don't think there's enough people in the mid card of like heels. So Jade wins. Decent match. We move on. Let's see what else we got. Anarchy in the Arena. This is obviously probably the one that everybody believes should main event. It's not going to. This would be probably in the middle. It'll be over the top, fun as hell. Moxley promises a lot of blood, a lot of crazy shenanigans. I think this first match is going to be won by Blackpool Combat Club because of the fact Don, we don't know what his motives were yet. He's kind of said them, but not really. Konosuke, obviously, Takeshita, what's his whole motive as well? Where's he gonna side? He kind of disappeared over the last 2 weeks, which is weird. He helped and disappeared after they made him bleed. So I think Blackpool Combat Club will get a new member. It will be Takeshita. Thus, the Elite needing another member. And obviously, the other member is going to be Ibushi. And it'll be 5-on-5 inside of Blood and Guts. Probably would it be smart to do it at Forbidden Door because that would be only a month off about, but I think they're going to try to save it for All In, which is a really long ways away. So that's a whole lot more. But you could probably do a couple spin-off matches. We had Mox, Kenny. We could do Mox, Brian. We could do Hangman, Mox. Or not Mox, Brian. We could do Brian, Kenny, Hangman, Mox, the tag. There's ways that you can do this. Ibushi versus one of them. Like, you know what I mean? You could do things with that. So I'm going to say Blackpool Combat Club wins. And they start to kind of even do more stuff to feed into Blood and Guts. And Blood and Guts will probably be at All In. But I think to not make it like stretch it out too long, I would do it at Forbidden Door, but it wouldn't make sense because Forbidden Door is Japan versus AEW. So I don't know. That's what I would do. Let's move on. Next, we have Jamie Hayter versus Toni Storm. Now, this match had me all kinds of excited, folks. All kinds of excited. I was so excited because these two women were gonna burn, like just break it, like just deliver us amazing match. Problem is, Jamie's hurt. It looks like, based on the spoilers, Jamie's gonna get written off, which is gonna suck because that means that we're not gonna have a match for the women's title at the pay-per-view. Because if Jamie's hurt, she can't go. They turn this into you could turn it into a 3-on-3. Like maybe you do the Outcast and then the Homegrowns need somebody because it's just Sheeta and Britt and they get Rio. That's what I would do. You want to get crazy with it? Jade loses because the Outcasts interfere to help Taya win. Taya joins the Outcasts. Jade joins the Homegrowns. And then you still need Rio to make it a 4-on-4. Whatever's going to happen, if this match gets scrapped, they need to replace it with something else. I don't know how bad her injury is. If Jamie's injury is bad, maybe we pivot. Tony wins, goes on a run with that belt until All In. At All In, Jamie versus Tony again. Maybe. I thought they wanted to set up Saraya, but maybe that's the way. So I don't know. I don't know. The injury is the problem. Because obviously I would say Jamie wins because they're going to set up Saraya versus Jamie at All In. But if Jamie's hurt, Tony wins. So I would probably go with Jamie. I think Jamie will somehow still win the match, or they won't have the match and they'll put a different match in its place. And if it's the Outcast versus the Homegrowns, I think the Outcasts win. If it's Jamie in the match, then Jamie wins. So that's what I would do there. Next, we have the Casino Blackjack Battle Royale, or not a Casino Battle Royale because there's no like 21 or whatever. There's 21 people, but there's not like a Joker. So this is just a Blackjack Battle Royale. Obviously, Orange Cassidy's been on the hell of a run, crazy run of just great banger matches. Now, we obviously, this has the community kind of divided. Do you do Orange Cassidy losing here? Then some people are like, wow, you're going to have him losing a Battle Royale after he just went on this like 23 match win streak. Yes, that does suck, but it's a good way that I believe to write him off of the show, like to write him off of getting him a loss, is he goes through everyone, makes it to the final four, bam, and loses. So I did kind of put something on Twitter. I'll say to you guys what I said, because you know who's in this match that shouldn't be in it? Swerve and Keith Lee. You know who else is in this match that shouldn't be in it? Jay White, Juice Robinson, and Ricky. Well, Juice could be in it, but Ricky and Jay should not be in this match. They are all in this match. That really sucks. Honestly, it really sucks. But what I would honestly do, I would do the final four: Jay White, Juice Robinson, Orange Cassidy, Ricky Starks. That's the final four that I would do, right? And it looks like it's going to be a 2-on-2 thing with Ricky Orange versus Bullet Club Gold. I do a swerve and I have Ricky join Bullet Club Gold. I have Ricky turn on Orange. I have Ricky try to eliminate Orange. Orange somehow fights back. He eliminates Juice somehow. Then Ricky does eliminate Orange, looks at Jay, and then he just walks over the rope. Walks outside. Juice hands him a shirt. Jay White is our new international champion. Bam. That's what I do. And then it will be Juice, Ricky, Jay White, all on the team, setting up for me. I believe a feud that you could do is Best Friends versus Bullet Club Gold for a while. Bam, built them up. You could even do House of Black later. There's a lot of, you could do House of Black, you could do Blackpool Combat, you could do a lot. That's what I would do personally. If not, then wild card pick Dustin. Give Dustin a run with that belt. Wouldn't make sense, but maybe Juice, maybe Ricky, maybe Orange gets taken out during the match and the only face left is Dustin. Give him that. But I think what's going to happen is that Keith Lee will take out Swerve or something, or Swerve will take out Keith Lee. Brian Cage will take out Dustin. It'll be like that whole thing because they're like the teams that are fighting. What do they call them? The natural something. What's it? Naturally Limitless is their tag team? I don't know. I would go with that route. We then have Kristen Cage versus Wardlow. Who should win? Who should win is how's that happening? Who should win is Christian. Wardlow, it's not working. It's not working. I don't know why it's not working. It's just not. Wardlow's doing everything he can. I think that Wardlow needs to lose this. Christian needs to beat him. They need to write some sort of story where Luchasaurus gets involved. This transitions into a feud between Luchasaurus and Wardlow. Wardlow beats Luchasaurus. Then after that, Wardlow transitions into MJF and do that feud. And then I would set up that feud in a way like where Wardlow is just destroying MJF every week, right? Backstage segments. he's going to the bathroom getting beat up by Wardlow. That's how I think it'll get Wardlow over, because it'll be like a comedy thing where you have MJF kind of scared, you have Wardlow coming in, destroying him, leading up to whatever pay-per-view, maybe All Out or something, and then Wardlow loses there. Christian as a heel champion would be so freaking good. Christian is so good on the mic. And you could even do a stipulation where, like, oh, for you to fight me, you have to fight Luchasaurus. If you beat Luchasaurus, because Christian needs to be like this little weasel champion who doesn't want to fight. And if he makes everybody have to go through Luchasaurus to get to him, that could be fun. I don't know. That's what I would do. I think that'd be fun. This Wardlow thing isn't working, and I get it. Wardlow just won it. He beat Hobbs. That was a mistake. It shouldn't have been that. Whatever. It happened. Wardlow's gonna win this. He's gonna win it, but it should be Christian, and that's just facts. And I would have Christian win it, and it would be awesome because he would carry the shit out of that belt and be great. All right, we got Triple J versus FTR. That's what their name should be, Triple J. I don't know why it's not. I don't. Steven Larson called them Team TNA, but I think Triple J works. So obviously FTR is gonna win. I think they're gonna start to break up Team Triple J over here. Obviously Mark's gonna side with the FTR during the match and do the right thing. They'll win. They move on to something else. I don't know what they do with them. But what's gonna happen here is that they're gonna set up a mini breakup between Jay and Jarrett, because Lethal and Jarrett, because of the way Mark slapped everybody last week in this comedy thing, and then he looks at Jay and says some things. I think they're setting that up, which makes sense. I don't want them to, because they're fucking hilarious and great, and I think they're a lot of fun. But I could see them doing that. FTR will win. It'll be a fun match. Overbooked to hell. Really fun. I think it'll be enjoyable. Some people aren't into this feud. I get it, but I think the vignettes have been fun. Jarrett's been fun. FTR loves that old school stuff. They'll win. We transition them into I don't know what. I honestly don't know what they do after this. They're going to be on Collision. I don't know, but I know some people want like the internet to burn and have Jay Lethal and Jarrett win. I just don't think that's going to happen. FTR has done absolutely jack shit with these belts, so they'll win here. Then we got the main event. I believe it's the main event. It's the Four Pillars match. The lock of the night. I mean, it's obvious what's going to happen here. The other three guys will kill themselves. MJF will do some stuff throughout the match. And then by the end of it, MJF somehow wins. They all hit their finishers on each other. Who's taking the pin? That's the thing, right? If you're in the back and you're these guys, right? That's got to be some contention about who's eating the pin. The one guy that's not eating the pin, Darby. Darby is not eating the pin. You know who might eat the pin? Jungle Boy. You know who probably should eat the pin? Sammy. But I think it's going to be Jungle Boy because of his obsession and with MJF. He grabbed the title, which is always a big no-no in wrestling. He grabbed the title. I think his obsession is going to get the better of him. He's going to just be so obsessed with trying to fight MJF, and then he'll be the one that I think, yeah, it'll probably be Jungle that eats the pin. MJF's going to win. It'll be everybody will hit the finisher. MJF throws everybody out. Bam. I don't actually think this is going to be overbooked. I don't think we get Sting. I don't think we get Ty Mello. I think it's just a straight, great, fun match. People are really down on this main event, but for me, I'm actually really into it because I love the four guys. And I know the event isn't selling well in terms of like attendance, which sucks. But I generally really am looking forward to it. And I think it'd be a lot of fun. And I give a lot of props to Tony for putting this on because of the fact that, you know, it's 4 homegrown guys. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, that's it. There's one more match that I guess we can kind of talk about that's probably going to be on the card. It's going to be the Acclaim versus House of Black, I believe. Just the way they set that up. That should be a fun ass match. That should be the beginning of their feud, because the fact that we have not gotten a feud with them is weird. Makes absolutely no sense. The only thing I can think of is that Tony doesn't want to give the Acclaim a loss, and he should not have House of Black lose. I think House of Black should win. If they do that match, I think it should be fun, and I think it should be the beginning of that feud. And I think House of Black should beat them twice. Right now, at the beginning of the feud, and then have them keep going at it and still beat them as well. That's the route to go. House of Black has this cool new house rules thing. It'd be a lot of fun. If they're on the card, they might open it, maybe because of the craziness, but I don't know. That's the pay-per-view. Hopefully you guys are excited. I'm gonna try to do more stuff over here, so hopefully you guys are a bit excited about that. Yeah, so gonna get out of here, and I'll talk to you guys later.